Ladies and gentlemen, we have some updates regarding T-Mobile. Welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. So here's what's going on. T-Mobile has just announced some big updates. All right. Looks like because they've been working with Ericsson and Qualcomm, they've been able to pull off what they're calling a 5G first, testing 5G standalone millimeter wave on its production network, which they're saying is delivering speeds topping 4.3 gigabytes per second. So here's the update. So, of course, they've announced today that they've achieved this great 5G first in the US, testing that leveraged 5G standalone millimeter wave on its production network. Now, the UNCARRIER aggregated 8 channels of millimeter wave spectrum to reach download speeds topping 4.3 gigabytes per second without relying on low band or mid band spectrum to anchor this connection. This is why this is so important. T-Mobile has also aggregated 4 channels of millimeter wave spectrum on the uplink, which was reaching speeds above 420 megabytes per second. So we know that 5G millimeter wave is insanely fast because of its massive capacity. But the issue is that the signal does not travel very well, making it less ideal for mobile phone users who aren't sitting still. That's why T-Mobile says they have implemented multi-band spectrum strategies using low band to blanket the country and mid-band and high-band ultra capacity to deliver insanely fast speeds to nearly everyone. Now, with testing 5G millimeter wave on 5G standalone for crowded areas like stadiums and potentially for fixed wireless access or fixed wireless service. So, Ulf Walton, who is the president of technology at T-Mobile, made a statement. Ulf says that, we've been industry leaders. We're rolling out the first, largest, and fastest 5G standalone network across the country. And he says, now we're continuing to push the boundaries of wireless technology. He says, we've always said that we'll use millimeter wave where it makes sense. And this test allows us to see how the spectrum can be put to use in different situations like crowded venues or to power things like fixed wireless access when combined in 5G standalone. So I think this is great news. A lot of people have been complaining about T-Mobile's network standing still. They're saying not much has changed since the launch of 5G. When they first came on board with 5G, purchased Sprint, purchased all the towers, and basically built out the largest 5G network. We've been sitting around watching the network pretty much just stay the same. There's been a number of complaints about how the reliability has not changed for many, and we're watching Verizon build a much bigger and stronger network. We're even starting to see that in some cities and states, T-Mobile AT&T has been able to also start to outgrow T-Mobile in 5G in some locations, giving a stronger 5G connection. So hearing this, that T-Mobile is finally moving forward with their 5G build out, implementing millimeter wave on top of ultra capacity, I think that this is going to be some good news for many. We're going to start to see and experience a greater T-Mobile network as a result of this. It also means that they're no longer standing still, that they're starting to up the game. They're seeing that it's a necessity. If they want to stay in the game of being considered one of the largest 5G networks, they have to do this. They have to continue to proceed and deliver for customers. Now, I've been personally noticing a greater experience with T-Mobile in certain locations that I found maybe a year or so were not so good. I'm starting to see a bit more reliability. I'm starting to see that T-Mobile's rural coverage has improved a great deal. It's holding up. And when I, put it neck to neck to Verizon's network in that same location, in some instances, I've even seen T-Mobile outperform. Not for long. Okay, not for long. Verizon still holds up as far as the more reliable carrier of the two. But just the fact that I'm seeing that T-Mobile is turning things around and starting to show, starting to give the impression that they're interested in actually being more reliable, and then now adding this into the mix. I think it's good news for T-Mobile, and I think, as long as they keep moving down this path, there's some interesting stuff that we might start to see with the network. The experience might get better. So only time will tell. It's one thing to talk a good game. It's another thing to deliver it, right? So, I'll leave it at that, because I know, many of you listening to this will say, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. And I'm with you 100%. But I can tell you that I've noticed a little bit of improvement as far as reliability. As far as, speeds, they're relatively been the same. I haven't really seen any vast improvements. So I'm looking forward to seeing if T-Mobile can turn that around, deliver some greater speed and reliability all in the same game. So we'll see. Either way, this is good news, good achievement for T-Mobile, and hopefully they'll keep it up. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.